Om Vakradanda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu
Sarvakharye
Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini
Vidyarambam
Vidyarambam
karishyami
Siddhir Bhavatu
Siddhirbhavatu
Me
me
Sada
sada
Guru Brahma
Guru
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 Vishnu
Vishnuhu Gurudevo
Gurudeva Maheshwaraha
Maheshwaraha
Guru
Guru Sakshat
Sakshat Param
Param Brahma
Brahmam
Tasmai
Tasmai
Shri
Shri
Gurave
Gurave
Namaha
Namaha
Om Sahana
Om Sahana
Vavatu
Bhavatu
Sahano
Sahana
Bhunaktu
Bhunaktu
Sahaviryam
Sahaviryam
Karavavahe
Karavavahe
Tejasvinavadhitamas
Tejasvinavadhitamastu
Vishavahe
Vishavahe
Om
Om
Shanti
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 Shanti Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha
Atat Tritiyodhyayah
Atha Tritiyodhyayaha
Shri Bhagavanuvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shloka number 23 Yadi Hyaham Navarteyam
Yadi Hyaham Navarteyam
Yato Karmanyatandritaha
Yadu Karmanyatandritaha
Mama Vartmanuvartante
Mama Vartmanuvartante
Manushya Partha Sarvashaha
Manushya Partha Sarvashaha
Utside Yudime Lokaha
Utside Yurime Lokaha
Nakuryam Karma Chedagam
Nakulya Karma Chetaham
Sankarasya Chakartasyam
Sankharasya Chakartasyam
Upahanyami Maf Prajaha.
Upahanyami Maf Prajaha.
Up to that we have seen 24th shloka. The last two shlokas, 23 and 24, the result of not performing karma, action, duty. By the Lord. The Lord says, if I don't do karma, if I don't engage in karma, then what will be the effect? People would follow me, not performing action. Me not performing action. They also will not perform action. Not performing action, they will become lazy. We saw yesterday, they become insane. The Viveka Buddhi, the insanity, that is Nasha. See, that losing one's power to the capacity to discriminate, which is given, that losing or not using, that is also a type of Nasha only. It is given, it is not used. When it is something is not used, then it will get lost. If something is not used for a long time, then it will become non-usable. Viveka Shakti is given, but never used. If it is not used, and not used because people follow me, they don't think about other things. What I am, who am I, and what I am. Just follow me. Therefore, they will lose the Shakti, which is there. That also they will lose. That is destruction, Nashaha. So I would become the destroyer of these people. So therefore I do. Therefore I do karma. Similarly, Now the next shloka, he gives the advice, upadesha, the instruction in general. As the unwise people, as the people committed to gaining the desires, objects of desires, they do karma. As they do karma, sorry, as they do karma, yes, as they do karma, similarly, let the jnanis also do, so that the ajnanis, the ajnanis, the lokaha, they will not perish, they will not get destroyed. That's the next shloka. Sakta karmanya vidvamsaha yatha kurvanti bharata. So this is the Upadesha. Next shloka we will read. Number 25. Further he said, Sakta karmanya vidvamsaha
Sakta karmanya vitamsaha
yatha kurvanti bharata
yatha kuvanti bharata
kuryad vidvans tata saktaha
kulyad vidvams tata saktaha
चिकीर्षुर्लोक संग्रहम्
chikishu loka samgraham
यथा अविद्वांसः विद्वांस means unwise अज्ञानी सक्ताः कर्मणि attached to karma pala attached to karma pala karma kurvanti as they do similarly vidwan the second line vidwan api karma kuryat let the vidwan also do karma let the vidwan also do karma as the unwise people ajnanis do karma. Why? Loka Sangrahartam, desiring the welfare of the world, let the Ajnanis also do karma as the Ajnanis do, so that Ajnanis will not imitate Jnani not performing karma. So there is a Upadesha here. So it's an instruction in general and specific to Arjuna. Therefore, Arjuna, even if you are a Jnani, you have to do karma. Saktaha means attached. Karmani, karma pala, to action. Why people do karma? Because they want the result of the karma. Prayojanam. Prayojanam anudrishya namandopi pravartate. For gaining or for enjoying the benefit of the result of an action, they do action. So therefore, avidvamsaha, ajnanis, otherwise people. Yatha, as they do, as karma kurvanti, as they do karma. So too, similarly, vidwan, api karma kuryat. How? Only difference is asaktaha san. This ajnan is avidvamsaha saktaha san. Vidvan is asaktaha san. Because they already achieved what is to be achieved. Nothing to be achieved. The purpose of the life is achieved. Jnana, moksha. What is there to achieve further? Purnatvam is gained. Aham purnaha. What can make them fulfilled, feel fulfilled? Already full. Aham purnaha. I am fulfilled. I am filled. I am the whole. The whole cannot be filled up. Even if you fill up with something, it is whole. The wholeness cannot be taken away. That's why Purnamadaha Purnamidam. Purnat Purnam Udachyate. So therefore, Jnanis also have to do karma asaktaha san. Of course, they do karma asaktaha san only. Saktaha, that attachment will be there only for the Ajnanis because they have the pressure to gain the objects of desire and they want to enjoy. Therefore, kartritvam, bhoktrutvam. They want to be bhokta, therefore they do karma. Jnanis, akarta, abhokta. Therefore, there is no desire or pressure to be a bhokta. Bhokta is samsara. Bhoktrutvam is samsara. Bhoktrutvam implies the pressure or the yearning for the objects of desire. That is not there in the case of Jnani. in the case of Vidwan. Therefore, when not there, then why should Vidwan do karma? Loka Sangrahartham, Chikiyeshu, desiring Loka Sangraha, the welfare of the people, let Jnani also do karma iti. Bhagavan says, yes, O Bharata, just as the unwise, avidvamsa, who are attached, saktaha, to what? To the results, karmaniya, karma pale, perform action, karma kurvanti, yata, tata, would, so too would the wise person, vidwan, perform action, karma, karma kriya. With vidwan, karma, it is the vidwan do, karma kuryat, without attachment, asaktaha san. For what purpose? Desirous of doing that which is for the protection of the people. Loka sangrahartam chikirchagu vidwan karma kuryat. Previously, Lord Krishna had said that he did not really have anything to be done because there was nothing for him to accomplish in all the three worlds. Meaning, here on earth, in the heavens, or any other world. Trishalokeshu anavaptam na Trishalokeshu kinchana anavaptam anavaptam aptavyam na anavaptam avaptavyam na. This was because he knew himself to be everything. Sarvatma and Bhagavan. When I am everything, then what is there for me to accomplish? Everything is myself. Everything is me. Because Arjuna saw Krishna continually immersed in activity, one action or the other action always. Therefore, Krishna explained that he performed action to set an example, as we have seen. Here in this shloka, Lord Krishna asked Arjuna to suppose that he too were a knower of Atma and Atmavit. If you say that you are a Jnani, Atmavit, then also you have to do karma. Then he too could say, Krishna, in all the three worlds, kinchita, anavaptam aptavyam na. There's nothing for me to accomplish because I am Atmavit. I know I am everything. And knowing this, Arjuna could then also perform action. As Bhagavan is Atmavit to perform action, similarly, if Arjuna also is like Bhagavan, Jnani, then he can also perform action. You would have nothing to lose. Action cannot take his jnanam away. It cannot dullen his jnanam. So therefore, he too would perform action for the sake of the people, for the welfare of the people. Otherwise, he would be destroying them. Otherwise, he would be destroying them. Therefore, because since the majority of the people follow him, therefore, he would be destroying them by setting a wrong example. What he does becomes the norm of the people to follow, therefore they follow him. So either way, if he's a jnani, he has to do. If he's an ajnani also, he has to do. If he's a jnani, he has to do, that is, being jnani, therefore he is very sensible and responsible. For the sake of others, he does karma. Being ajnani, of course, he has to do for jnanam. Because the karma, doing one's karma, swadharma, is important for chitta shuddhi. For jnanam, it is important. Therefore, he has to do. Anyway, he has to do. There is no escape from karma. Karma kartavyam. Even though karma cannot give moksha, but karma kartavyam as for an ajnani, because it's a hetu, it's a means for gaining chitta shuddhi. Therefore, karma kartavyam. What about for jnani? For jnani, it is neither the means nor the end. It is done only for the sake of the people. So, loka sangraham. The people did not know whether Arjuna knew or not. They only knew what he did. All they would see was Arjuna not doing what he was supposed to do, and would simply conclude that not performing action is preferable. Because Arjuna does, therefore, not performing action is preferable. Once again, Krishna was bringing up the argument that people would follow Arjuna's lead. And because of this, Arjuna set an example. Keeping this in mind, Krishna addressed Arjuna here as Bharata, for which there are two meanings. Bharata, Bharata Kula Vamshodbhava, that is, a person born in the family of Bharata, may be referred to as Bharata. Secondly, Bha means Brahma Vidya. Bha is Brahma Vidya. Bha, Dhatu, shine. So, knowledge of Brahma. Tasyam Ramate, Bharata. Rata is from Ram Dhatu. Nishta Pratyaya, Akta Pratyaya is added. So, Brahma Vidya Yam Ramate, Tasyam Yaha Ramate, Saha, the one who revels in Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya. One who revels in the knowledge of Brahma is called Bharata. Therefore, Arjuna was Bharata in this sense also, because he was receiving and reveling in the teaching of Brahma. So both ways is Bharata. One is Bharata Kula Vamshodbhava. Second one is born in. Second one is Bha is knowledge of Brahma. He revels in that knowledge. Therefore, it's called Bharata. In this shloka, Vidwan. Vidwan is Shatranta. Vidwan means one who has this knowledge. And the Nansh form of that, Na Vidwan Avidwan, is one who doesn't have the knowledge of Aham Atma Iti. Therefore, one who doesn't have this knowledge, therefore taking the Atma to be the doer. Atma, which cannot do any karma, it is always akarta, abhokta. Taking that akarta, abhokta Atma to be karta, abhokta, Atma. That is avidwan. Taking themselves to be the doer. People are bound to karma. They don't even perform action for the sake of antakarna shuddhi, but with the expectation that if I perform this action, I'll gain this result. This expectation, this attitude is what is meant by attachment to karma. Action itself is not what people are attached to. They are attached to the results. Why they engage in karma? For the sake of karma pala. For gaining the objects of desire and therefore enjoyment of that. Because people are interested in results, they undertake certain actions with a combination of enthusiasm, anxiety, and concern. What Krishna was saying here is let the Vidwan, wise person, perform action with the same enthusiasm as a wise person, as a person who performs action for the results alone. Thus, the enthusiasm is a common factor between the two, between both the Vidwan and Avidwan, whereas the anxiety and concern are not. So, in the Avidwan, anxiety and concern are present. In the Vidwan, anxiety and concern are not present. The enthusiasm factor is common. As the otherwise people are enthused to perform karma for the sake of enjoying karma pala, so too let the Vidwan perform karma enthusiastically. Let the Vidwan also perform karma enthusiastically, but not for enjoying the karma pala. Karma pala will come, but he's not interested in palam. So, seeking karma pala, the jnani doesn't do karma. He also does karma. So therefore, making the enthusiasm factor common for both. So let the jnani also do karma. Why? For the sake of setting an example for the people. That is the idea. A person who is attached to the results of action thinks such and such should happen to me. For this person, there is no karma yoga buddhi, which is prasada buddhi with regard to results. With regard to doing, it is arpana buddhi. With regards to results, it is prasada buddhi. With regard to doing of karma, Ishwararpana buddhi. With regard to receiving the phalam of the karma, it is prasada buddhi. So for this person, There is no Karma Yoga Buddhi, which is Prasada Buddhi with regard to results. The terms dictating the action are purely Ragadvesha. So Ragadvesha dictates a person. Ragadvesha. The Kartavya Buddhi, the to be done attitude. The Kartavya Buddhi, the to be done attitude is not there for the person. When such people undertake activities, there is definitely going to be enthusiasm in the anticipation of the results desired. But this enthusiasm will be dampened somewhat by the apprehension one has about getting undesirable results. Because there are no real guarantees that the action will produce the desired results, some anxiety will always be there. And the more enthusiastic a person is with reference to the result, the more anxious he or she naturally becomes. Therefore, for the one who doesn't know oneself as everything, anxiety accompanies enthusiasm, and with this he performs action. Therefore, asaktaha san yata avidvamsa karma kurubanti. So, enthusiasm is accompanied by anxiety and worries. So for a Vidwan, this shloka is an Upadesha for the Vidwan, for the wise people. How the wise people should perform action. For that, the action performed by the unwise people, otherwise people is given as an example. As they do, generally Upadesha, the advice is given to the unwise people. And when it is given, they always take the wise as a standard. As the wise people do, so likewise the unwise also should do. But here, it is Upadesha to the wise, and they are asked to do karma as the unwise do. As the unwise do. So, therefore, this is a very a shloka, peculiar shloka, in the sense, jnanis are given instruction and they are referred to, and they are asked to, they are instructed to, they are advised to perform action as the ajnanis do. So ajnanis are their way of working. Their way of working is the karma, the way of doing karma. The way of doing karma is to be emulated. Really, it is not that enthusiasm part alone. Enthusiasm part alone is to be emulated. As ajnanis do karma enthusiastically, so too the jnanis do. Even though jnanis doesn't have anything to accomplish, still they have to do enthusiastically, as the ajnanis do. But the problem is ajnani does karma with ragadvesha. Ajnani does karma with pressure with enthusiasm. But jnani doesn't have ragadvesha, doesn't have pressure, but enthusiasm, only enthusiasm. So that is what is highlighted here. So attitude in action, next topic. Why is it that wise can undertake action with the same enthusiasm, but without anxiety and concern? They will not have anxiety and concern because they are kritakrityaha, purnaha. So where is anxiety? Where is anxiety? Where is the concern? What will happen if the karma doesn't produce a desired result? Is it going to change the fate of the jnani or jnanam of the jnani? No. So therefore, there is a completely difference in the attitude of the wise and unwise person. This is purely because of a difference in attitude. A wise person performs action simply because it is to be done. Kartavyam karma. Our result comes, or whether the expected results come, is not a concern for the wise. Because they know the result will come, but they are not bound by the result. Whether the result come favorably or unfavorably, they remain the same. The result will not improve the person. It's going to remain the same. When the result comes, it is met with equanimity. Therefore, the samatvam yoga uchyate, that is natural for the jnani. That which is a means for the karma yogi for chitta shuddhi, that is required for jnanam, for moksha, and for the jnani who has gained moksha, who is free, for them, in them, the samatva yoga buddhi is spontaneous, it becomes natural. So in the beginning, before becoming a jnani, they have to have this equanimity, samatva buddhi. So that is a sadhana in the beginning. And now it becomes sadhya vishaya. When after they become jnani, then this becomes sadhya vishaya. Samatva yoga buddhi is very evident. It's spontaneous in the person. So what was the means becomes the end, and the end is visibly seen in the jnani. So with no concern, no anxiety, with only enthusiasm, as that of an ajnani, jnani performs karma. Action is always result oriented. No one can perform an action without expecting a result. Prayojanam anudishya namandopi pravartate. Even a fool will not engage in karma without expecting a result. So action is always result oriented. Expectation of a particular result alone makes the action meaningful. An action performed without expecting a result is meaningless. If people say I perform action without expecting the result, it is meaningless. No one does karma without expecting a result. An action is always done for some purpose. Even if it is kartavya, yet to be done action. Even if it is a karma to be done, it is done with expectation. That is natural. Even for a jnani, it is there. But there is a difference. Thus, the purpose of any action is always known, whereas the purpose of going to be fulfilled is definitely anyone's guess. That we don't know. The results are not in your hands. You can only plan what you will do, then do it, and keep on doing it. But the results are not within your control. Therefore, Krishna said here, even if Arjuna was an Atmaviti, a Vidwan, he would perform whatever action was to be done by him with the same enthusiasm as people who are attached to the results, but without the attachment. In other words, minus the anxiety and the outburn. The wise person action to bless the world. Chiki Shuhu, Loka Sangaraham. Therefore, without anxiety and concern, enthusiastically they do karma. Why, you may ask, does a wise person perform action if she or he is not interested in the result? Not interested in the result is one thing, but the results will come. They may not interested in the result to gain something which they don't have. Because they are kritakrityaha, therefore they have gained, that is to be gained. After which any gaining is really is immaterial, gained or not gained. So therefore they are not interested in the result. The only thing the difference is ajnanis are interested in the result, jnanis are not interested in the result. But the action will bring the result. Action will bring in the result. Results will come. So ajnanis are after the results, jnanis are not after the results. Results will come. They know. So not expecting result, they don't do karma. The result will come, they expect the result, and if it is not favorable, that will not cause any problem. That is the difference between jnani and ajnani. No one is saying that a person must perform action, but the question is, what does he or she lose by doing it? Jnani doesn't gain anything by doing it, doesn't lose also by doing it. In fact, he doesn't gain, but the other people gain. For the sake of other people, he does karma. In fact, nothing is lost, and there is a lot to be gained in terms of protecting others. Yes, Loka Sangrahartam. It is true, the gain is not for the wise person, but there is nothing wrong with that. So here, the expectation is what? Even for the jnani, for the sake of others, for the sake of protecting the others. That is the expectation. Let the others be protected and enjoy the gain. That is the intention. With that intention only they do karma. So therefore, no one performs karma without without the without the result, without anticipating, without expecting the result. Here the result is not for one's own selfish ends, but it is for the others. The others be protected and enjoy the gain. For a wise person who knows he or she is everything, there's nothing to gain, nothing to accomplish. Therefore, why do they karma? Their intention, the deliberation is to protect others. Chikeshuhu lokasangrahartam iti. One who wants to do something is chikeshu. Kartam ichuhu. Chikeshu. Ukaranta shabda. Desire to do. Desire spoken of here is to protect the people. Lokasangraha. So those who want to perform action, even though they have nothing to accomplish for themselves, don't want the people to fall into ways that are non-productive and destructive. Therefore, to bless the world, to serve as an example to the world, the wise man perform action. What else is there to do for a person who has nothing to do but to set an example, thereby protecting the people? This is why Krishna was on the battlefield, in fact, driving Arjuna's chariot. Krishna was definitely taking a risk sitting in front seat of the chariot. He was the one who would be bombarded first. Every arrow would have to cross his head and shoulders before finding its way to Arjuna. Krishna could well be hit in the process. Being a charioteer is something like a tank driver. Even though other men are using the weapons, the driver is risking his life. Though Krishna was as much as saying to Arjuna, I am your driver, therefore I am taking a great risk. I have actually given you my neck, in fact. Why? For the protection of the order, dharma, thereby for the protection of the people. Dharma itself is not something that has to be protected. To think so would be idealism. In fact, it is the dharmis, the people who follow dharma, that are to be protected. Dharma is protected only when dharmis are protected. Because dharma has its ashraya in dharmi. Dharma doesn't exist apart from dharmi. Only in the people who follow dharma, dharma is. Therefore, dharmis have to be protected for the protection of dharma. There is no such thing as protection of dharma other than the people who follow it. Dharma, the doer, dharma, the order, is meant for the people. Thus, when it is said that the dharma is to be protected, what is meant is the people who follow dharma are to be protected. Krishna made it very clear that there are no kartavya to be done action for him or for anyone who has the knowledge of Atma. Jnani doesn't have kartavya buddhi. There is no mandate that says you should continue to do karma. Veda doesn't say. Veda completely releases a person, but still Jnani does karma. Why? Chikeshuhu loka sangrahartam. Whatever an Atmavitta does is only for the blessing of the world. This is all that he or she does. This being the contention, Krishna told Arjuna that he should determine what is to be done for the good of the people alone. And then he should do it. If Arjuna were to tell the people there is no action to be done, kartavyam nasti, it would be wrong. And if he set a wrong example by performing no karma, no action himself, others would be disturbed. As a word of advice to those who already have the knowledge of the self, this theme was repeated by Bhagwan in the next shloka also. Na buddhi bhetam janayet. Another oft-quoted shloka. So we'll stop here. We'll see that in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya
Vashishyate.
Purnameva
Shanti,
Vashishyate
Shanti, Shanti.
Shantihi Harihi
Hariom Shri
Om
Gurubhyo
Shri
Namaha.
Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi
Hariom
Om
Dhanyavaha.
Dhanyavadaha